Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make this super delicious and creamy, spicy chipotle spaghetti. There's onions in there, there's mushrooms, there's cheese. It is so good. You have to trust me on this one. Check out the full list of ingredients down below in the description box and let's get started. So before you do anything else, you're going to want to get a large pot of water boiling. And while we're waiting on that, we're going to finely slice our onion. You want to make sure that you get these as thin as you can so that they almost melt into the sauce and blend in with the spaghetti. Then we're going to heat up some oil over medium heat in a nice pan, and once that's hot, we're going to add our onion to it. And we're going to saute them until they're nice and soft and translucent and fragrant. And once our water is boiling, you want to make sure you heavily salt it so that our spaghetti has some flavor. And then you're just going to add your pasta to it. And you're going to cook your pasta to package directions. You could use whichever kind of pasta you'd like. It will all work the same. Now we're going to go back to our onions and we're going to give them a little toss, a little stir. And after about a few minutes, when your onions look like this, it's time to add our mushrooms. We're going to stir in our mushrooms and we're going to turn the heat down to low. And we're going to cover our pan and we're going to let them cook down while we make our sauce. To our blender or food processor or NutriBullet, whatever you've got, we're going to add our tomatoes and we're going to add our onion, our garlic, and our chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. I add the whole entire can because I just love everything super spicy, but you can add as many or as little peppers as you feel comfortable with. You do not have to make it as spicy as I'm making it. And after we add our chipotle peppers, we're just going to add our sour cream or Mexican crema, whichever one you have works fine. And then we're also going to add a spoonful of chicken bouillon, chicken knorr, whatever you want to call it. This is my favorite stuff. I put it on literally everything. And then we're just going to blend this up until it is super smooth. Once all the juice that our mushrooms have released have evaporated and they're looking nice and delicious, they have a lot of color on them, everything's getting nice and caramelized, we're going to add our sauce to the mushrooms and onions. And at first our sauce is going to look a little bit clumpy, but once it hits the heat and you give it a little stir, you're going to watch it quickly turn into this glossy and silky, creamy, delicious sauce. Next, we're going to stir in a cup of the water that your pasta is boiling in and just make sure it is fully combined into the sauce. And remember, your heat should still be on low. So we're going to cover our sauce and we're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes just so all the flavors have a chance to marry together. And then once that has happened, we're just going to add our spaghetti to the sauce. Stir it in so every bit of pasta is coated in that lovely sauce. And at this point, you want to taste for salt. If you need some more salt, this is the point where you want to sprinkle some in. And then we're going to cover and simmer for another 2 minutes, just so our noodles absorb all that flavor in the sauce. Look at how amazing this is turning out. We are almost done. We're gonna turn off the heat now, and then we're gonna sprinkle in some cheese over top. You can use Chihuahua cheese, mozzarella, sometimes I use queso caribe, whatever you like. I'm gonna put the lid on it after I add my cheese, just for about a minute or so the cheese melts onto the sauce. And once the cheese is melted, I'm going to stir the cheese into my sauce so that my sauce is ooey and gooey. You can leave the cheese melted on top if you prefer, but I just love a sauce with a good cheese pull. Oh my goodness, my mouth is watering. To finish it off, I like to sprinkle some fresh parsley or cilantro on top for a nice pop of color. And look at how beautiful this is. We are done now and we can eat this up. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and let me know in the comments below if you're going to try this out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.